Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra Louisa. I'm from Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Kristen Satya Wacana. Here I will present my research, which is Indonesians Greenwashing Perception Towards Fast Fashion Products. What I will cover in this presentation, the first one is introduction, the second one literature review, the third one research methodology, the fourth one research and discussion, and the last one conclusion and recommendation. So the introduction to the fashion industry has faced harsh criticism in recent years for its poor attention to social and environmental concerns, resulting in some consequences at the top of the worldwide public's mind. The fashion industry has an influence on the environment at every level, from the water and chemical usage during the manufacturing of fiber, yarn, and textile of CO2 emissions during the manufacture, distribution, and use of garment. And it is according to Ninimaki et al. 2020. This worsened as the trends of fast fashion emerged. According to Ninimaki et al. 2020, fast fashion is defined as a business strategy focused on providing consumers with affordable, trend-driven items that are frequently innovative. Fast fashion makes clothing maintenance unnecessary, uneconomical, or impossible by speeding the rate at which new collections are planned and manufactured. It is according to Fletcher and Tam 2014. In addition, garments that are barely used are thrown away in other nations. And furthermore, because of the damaging outcome, the fast fashion industry receives pressure to become eco-friendlier. Right now, many fast fashion big brands like Zara and H&M already have their eco-friendly products. And according to Fitrianing Room and Chelsea 2020, producing eco-friendly products requires a large cost and also materials that usually scarce. Thus, many brands take advantage to promote their product eco-friendly, but this is not entirely accurate, and it is known as greenwashing. According to Nguyen et al. 2019, greenwashing is a technique used by businesses to flaunt their green practices and lead consumers to believe that their products are environmentally friendly without fully disclosing any drawbacks in order to form a positive perception in their minds. According to Ackerblom and Forsell 2020, this communication is often done in order to enlighten potential consumer and alter the impression of the actions and a business takes to meet the green demands generated by the growth of the green market, and without changing their business strategy, the firms might gain higher revenues from consumer ignorance or refusal to seek out information. And because the importance of sustainability, this research conducted to see Indonesian people perspective about greenwashing that is done in one of big fast fashion brand. The research will see based on age, gender, and education. Next, literature review. Greenwashing is the practice of making exaggerated claims of sustainability or environmental friendliness in an effort to boost market share and sales. In addition, the name of greenwashing itself is a mix of brainwashing and green or environmental. And in greenwashing, there are 7 sins that is founded by a Canadian-based environmental group. The first sin is sin of hidden trade-off. Second, sin of no proof. Third, sin of fake goodness. Fourth, sin of worshipping. Fifth, sin of irrelevance. Sixth, sin of the lesser of two evils. And the last one is sin of fibbing. For greenwashing perception, it is a consumer trust in the firm's environmental communication that are not supported by action, which might ultimately lead to a reduction in the number of products that consumers choose to purchase from the company. Next is fast fashion. Fast fashion, according to McNeil and Moore 2015, is described as a business approach that focuses on developing an effective, faster supply chain in order to manufacture trendy goods and satisfy customer demand. Uh, the example of fast fashion is like Zara, H&M, Forever 21, and Topshop. And fast fashion products are characterized by their short shelf life cycles due to the store's frequent stock renewals to satisfy customer desire for new designs. Next, for the methodology, the population ensemble This research is using purposive sampling with 86 respondents with the criteria of male and female, 22 until 51 years old, with educational background at least senior high school and no one of fast fashion brand. For the data collection, this research used a questionnaire with 5-point Likert scale, with 1 is strongly agree, 2 agree, 3 neutral, 4 disagree, and 5 strongly agree. And the questionnaire is distributed online through social media like WhatsApp, Instagram, and Line. For the data analysis, this research using a descriptive analysis and with the 7 indicators for greenwashing perception with modification from Chen and Chang 2013 and Urbanski and Ulhak 2020. Result and discussion. For the result of the research passed the validity and reliability test with using 30 respondents as pretest. The R table for 30 respondents is 0.361. The validity test results show that the last indicators R tables is less than 0.361, which is not valid. So only 6 indicators that is valid with having more than 0.361. For the second test, it is the reliability test using the Cronbach alpha. It shows that the Cronbach alpha is 0.961, means that it is reliable because it is more than 0.70. Therefore, this research is valid and reliable enough to continue. Next, for the respondent characteristic, 86 data of respondents were tested. In the gender category, female respondents are 64%, while male respondents are 36%. Next, 53.5% of respondents are people aged between 22 until 32, 11.6% are people aged between 33 until 40, and 34.9% are people aged between 41 until 51. Lastly, for educational background categories, bachelor's degree has a bigger percentage of 61.6%, means that it is dominated by the bachelor's degree respondents, and then followed by 19.8% people with a senior high school educational background, 10.5% are diploma, and 8.1% are master degree. For the data analysis, this research used the SPSS statistic 26, and this research used 3 backgrounds of gender, age, and education to see which of each category has more perspective in greenwashing perception. And this is for the result. So in this table, the mean of both females and males is equal. This means that both genders believe that greenwashing practice done by one of the fast fashion brands can stop them from buying the brand product. However, a previous study of Torelli et al. 2020 found that female perception is higher than males. Next is age. For age, based on the result, Indonesians aged between 22 until 32 and 33 until 40 have a lower mean. And according to Perry and Urwin 2011, people aged 22 under 40 are considered millennials. The previous study of Papadopoulou et al. 2021 found that this generation is known to have concern about the environment. It is significant with the result, which the perception of greenwashing Indonesian people aged 22 under 32 and 33 under 40 are good, means that millennials have the tendency to not purchase products from a brand that do the greenwashing practice. Next. The last one is education. This result is by looking the respondent educational background shows that Indonesian people with bachelor degree and master degree have the smaller mean. And the data shown means that the higher education have more perception on greenwashing. This data is significant with the result of Chang et al. 2018, demonstrating that consumer purchase intention and environmental understanding may be increased through education. Next, Conclusion and recommendation. The conclusion, this research analyzed greenwashing perception of Indonesian people towards one of big fast fashion brand in Indonesia by seeing their gender, age, and education. Based on the results, it's shown that Indonesian people started to aware about their environment, especially young generation, despite of their genders. In addition, the practice of greenwashing is not a right thing to do because it is the same as lying and can result in negative outcome for the company. Therefore, this research can become a reminder not only for fast fashion industry but all industry that it is critical nowadays to have greener and more transparent production in order to preserve the earth and its environment. For the recommendation, next researcher can have more variables to have more broad insight, and adding different generation can be done to see a different perspective. Also, more varied backgrounds can be added, such as the type of products that are bought, spending, intensity to visit the shop, and more. Since a lot of products shifted to eco-friendly, the next researcher can research different industries such as plastic bottles, tissues, and cosmetics. That's all for this presentation. Thank you.